think in the medium term, the thing that fundamentally would change a lot of things for a lot of young adults in particular is to work away from this kind of false divide that we have just now where, children and young adults are looked after in the children's hospital, then move to the adult hospital, and then there's a gap in services, for example, with psychology. I think there needs to be a holding position in the middle. So I think for people aged between 18 and 25, they need a different service to people aged over that.
I think that's quite interesting. So that's actually something we've spoken about on Gutsy podcast a few times.
Okay.
Is there a gap? Is there what is the opportunity there? Because there's definitely a challenge, but how do we implement that then?
So I think there is a model there. So you can have a young adult clinic, and my colleague Professor Nick Croft, who works in Barts in London, has exactly that clinic. So they run a clinic with doctors and staff from the children's services and the adult services between the ages of 18 and 25, and they work together in that clinic, and it works very well.
How do we do that in Scotland then?
We need to advocate for it. So it is an aspiration within the IBD blueprint, which was produced several years ago. We have spoken about it. So for, I don't know if people in the podcast will know about the cross-party IBD group, which exists within the Scottish Parliament, so meets 3 or 4 times a year. And it's certainly been spoken about, within that structure. I guess you can't legislate for it, but I think we would need to advocate to, the 2 biggest health boards in Scotland and say, we as an IBD community, professionals, families, charitable organisations feel that young adults are being given an inequitable service compared to where they come from and where they're going to go to. And it's not for everybody. Not everybody needs it, but there are a core group of...
But I think you used the phrase inequitable service.
Yeah.
And that, out there and speaking to people of that age and families, that is the feedback.